Okay, so these
That's-
guys
Okay.
are gonna get you. through.
Okay, so I'm going to concentrate on business registration and permitting. But before I do that, this is all of basically the applications and permits we do, a lot of which Andy talked about in the county. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these, but when we get to business registration, we also have a home occupation. We have push cart vendors, food park permits, itinerant vendors, which are trucks, as well as anybody who just sort of doesn't have a permanent place and moves around, as well as sign permits. And then obviously we go through all the land use development applications as well. Very similar to the town. We're a little bit more specific because we do have zoning in the town, so we can tag these to the zone areas very easily. Most applications, we like to allow 5 days once they're submitted to do a first review and get back to you with any comments or what's missing. Like Maria and Ryan are submitting their business thing today. I've met with them once or twice. My guess is their business application today is going to be spot on. So the business registration packet, which I shared with you, is a little cumbersome right now, but hopefully changing. And one of the things I'll go back and start. So you want to open a business. Business permits and licenses in the town are on a calendar year. I believe the counties are on a fiscal year. So at the end of each year, about December, we mail out renewals to everyone who has a business registration within the town. The fee is $35 per year per state statute. It's a renewal is $35 a year. And when it's a renewal, it's basically just filling out a one-page form confirming that you're still doing what you're doing in the same place, et cetera. Nothing's changed. The town application, like I said, is 5 pages. The county's 1. We asked for a lot more information than the county. So when you're submitting to the town of Taos, some of this is similar to what the county does as well, but we need your CRS New Mexico tax number, a federal tax ID number. We require a fire inspection of wherever you're holding your business. Yes. I think. We haven't had many street performers though, but yes. You fill out a fire inspection request. Luckily, the fire department has more than one fire inspector now. We're up to 2.5, sort of part-time. So we're getting those inspections quickly. If there's if food or cooking's required, the environmental health department will need to issue a food certificate. Depending on where the project is, in an existing building or new, a public works approval, just to make sure that you have water, sanitation, that sort of thing. Any certifications we ask relative to the type of business, like if you get certified in your business, like an architect or something like that, we just ask for a copy of that. A completed E911 addressing application. We do that on all applications, business, zoning, et cetera. And part of that is so we're verifying that our E911 system nationally is totally up to date. And for new construction, we require a certificate of occupancy. Sometimes we've required it on remodel. We required on remodels, new construction. If the building's been sitting for a long time, we're going to ask that an architect or someone inspect the building and give us at least that it's okay and certified. And then if you're doing a sign permit, that's a separate application altogether, which is also being rewritten right now as we speak. And then if the business is if we need a special use permit, if it's not in a conforming zone, or it has special conditions, or if it's in a zone that falls under a conditional use, it's not in the exact permitted area, a type of business, then that would go to the planning and zoning or the historical overlay or preservation commission. Although some of them we are doing administratively now because I can. This is just sort of what the form looks like. You fill it out. They're available online to be filled out, as well as you can print out or come to the town of Taos and pick up a copy. And this sort of shows, this is sort of the list that I just went through on everything, but we also provide the number for the fire department and environmental health, so you don't have to go searching for it as well. And then we sign off, Public Works will sign off, and fire department will sign off if applicable, and then you're good to go. One of the things we also do in the town, which is not the most conservative or, conservation minded, is we include a copy of the ordinances with every application so that you don't have to go hunt for it of what's allowed and what's not allowed. And that will be changing also with the rewrite to try and save paper and the environment. This is the fire inspection request application. And so the fees for this are based on the size, the type of business, and the size of business space being used. And just more of fire. And this all just did not scan very well. I apologize. And the E911, our Public Works GIS person will verify your address. If it's a new place, new facility, then we'll assign you an address as well. That's it, short and simple. Thank you. I stand for questions. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
What are the what to what? Will it be easier to get a sign or?
Yeah, it's gonna be less cumbersome. We're gonna be more open on sizes and types of signs. Within the historic district, it's still gonna be pretty tight and regulated. But outside of that, I mean, you'll notice now we do not allow any signs or names on fuel pumps or anything at gas stations. And we're probably gonna lighten up on that a little bit. And my senior planner, who's with Andy at the New Mexico League of Zoning Officials, will totally disagree with me on all of that. So luckily she's there.
And cost, is there a fee for the permit, the sign permit?
Yes, it's not very much. I believe it's $50 or something like that. A lot of it's depending on the size of the sign. It's totally dependent on the size of the sign, but it's a minimum of $47 right now, and we don't see that changing.
Okay.
Yes.
I've got that. So does that apply to digital signage for like a marketing trailer? I've got a 6x12 marketing trailer that opens up, and so we can assist with like audio, visual, and promotions and marketing. And so I could have a digital sign. So would that, where does that fit in if it's mobile and trying to assist all of our wonderful nonprofits to get people here?
So are you getting like a itinerant vendor permit sort of for a mobile base? So like a digital sign, and I'll give you my card and we'll talk about, because I can't remember exactly what we don't encourage them in the historic district, but if you're moving around, I mean, if you're there for an event or something, it would be good.
And it's exhausting. So I do want to respect that, because I like how, we just don't have that. We just more warm lighting.
Right.
you know, but I think there's a way to do it because it opens up and so it can be kind of a little bit more localized or, you know, not so.
If you're not exceeding the lumens like a light, you know, that it's in the code and that sort of thing, it's probably okay. We can probably make it okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. We can talk about that. Larry. Yeah. Yes. 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 We're gonna try. In what way?
Right
Making
now,
it
the color temperature of LEDs, when reaches above 3,000 are actually more like 2,700 Kelvin. It interferes tremendously with the strong.
Right, we're trying to get everybody below the, what, 20, is it 2,200 or 2,000? So,
I'll help promote that
okay, good.
with the trailer. LED lights. This is right. Yeah. There you go, there's a free light bulb.
We're spending a lot of time with people on their lights right now. And trying to, you know, have them aimed down, you know, brightness.
Support for the astronomy clubs would be all over that.
So you're volunteering the club to help them?
They've already been volunteered.
That's amazing, thanks Larry.
One of our big issues is security lighting right
Oh,
now. And that comes on and it blares in neighbors' homes. And our code says it has to be off in like 12 minutes, but it goes on and off, you know, all night long, so it's a challenge.
Is there a code for that, like a light shining into your bedroom?
That shouldn't be happening, yes.
Okay.
That's part of the dark sky.
That'd be
Okay.
so much fun with mud, I'm sorry. It's like, I've got dense on the side of the trailer too. Stars, sorry.
There's our new code person.
It's great.
You're-
Yes, ma'am.
So I have a question. I spoke to somebody at the town of Taos, I don't think it was you, about what it is that I wanted to do. And the answer was that you really don't have a way for me to do what I want to do in town, which is gonna prevent me from being able to do business in town, which makes me sad because I think there's a lot of people in town that need my services. So what I'm doing is,
Mask. Is it
Yeah.
illegal?
oh, absolutely, I,
Yeah, tell them.
well, but I wanted to get that now. So I am starting a nonprofit mobile veterinary services, affordable veterinary services for the town, for the county of Taos. There's no municipal shelter and the veterinarians locally are few and they are overwhelmed and expensive and a lot of they price out a lot of the town residents. But I don't really fall under, I spoke to somebody and they said, well, you could maybe be an itinerant vendor. And what I found out is that that itinerant vendor is only good for 90 days. I have to renew it every 90 days.
And we're working on that,
Okay,
to change it to a year.
right. And I'm doing zero of my business in my home, nothing. Nothing is happening in my home. It's all happening in my trailer at around different parts of town to give people the opportunity to come and see me, so that they may not have gas money, they may not have a car that drives, they may have limitations. I'm trying to get around to as many locations as I can, to help as many people that might be in need. And there really seems to not be any kind of model in the town's group of things that you license to give me the ability to do what it is that I want to do. And
It sounds like your business model is kind of like the guys that replace windshield and cars, right? There's
Yeah.
mobile.
yeah, yeah.
Like, I have a guy when I would crack in my windshield.
Right.
That comes to my work and replaces
Right.
my windows.
Illegally?
Legally, I mean, like my insurance covers it, but that's.
No, but I'm just saying,
Yeah,
because
but that
does he have a
sounds-
Does he have a license?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it.
Right,
I
exactly.
I'm not the business police, so I don't.
Exactly.
check, for permits, and I'm not like, here's my badge, show me your permit, but
Right.
it sounds like kind of like that same model.
Right, it is. And I've been told by some people as well, that a lot of people are maybe doing business this way, but they're kind of doing it under the radar, not necessarily licensed the way they need to be, just because it's impossible to be licensed the way they need to be and do what they're doing. And for me, kind of doing it illegally isn't really an option. So
No, there's gotta be a way.
I'm just not gonna do it, and that makes me sad. So,
We have resigned ourselves to only being in the county
In
and
the
not
county,
doing
and-
anything in the town.
Right.
After multiple conversations.
yeah. So, I mean,
If there's a way to do it, we wanna do it.
Let's figure out a way to do it. I don't
Yeah.
know why we can't
okay,
amend the itinerant vendor or something
okay,
for you to do what you're doing.
okay, awesome.
I mean, I don't,
She's got all the mobile veterinary.
I've got all the licenses, everything's
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
It's just that I'm still waiting to get my New Mexico tax and revenue, whatever. And
CRS numbers.
I'm gonna have to drive to Santa Fe to do that because they are not answering my calls and they're not answering my questions and they really don't wanna help, so I should do it in person.
So can we pause real quick? I know a lot of people have to go at once. Just pause real quick. Please pause. So we're playing like freeze tag. Lisa, before you go, Lisa, before you go, do you wanna invite everybody?
Yes,
Yes, please do.
again, Lisa O'Brien, Taos Housing Partnership. My last community event for the last 3 days, I'm like totally toast. I'm just gonna say it. We're hosting a legislative debrief this evening. Senator Gonzalez and our state representative Christina Ortez are presenting tonight. We will be at the town chambers at 6 o'clock. I encourage folks to come. This is their only opportunity, or not their only opportunity, it's their only scheduled event on their debrief of what happened during legislative session, kind of what's rolling down the sidewalk as a result of that. So 6 o'clock tonight at the town. I'll leave this out on the front. Thank you for letting me.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it's not just like housing, it's water and education and
Yay.
development and maybe permitting.
Yay.
We'll be at the town chambers, which is at which is at the
Where was last night?
yes,
The same room.
yes. This is my entourage saying, where were
Yeah,
you?
I
that
know.
was council last night.
I'm so sorry. Town council chambers.
And she'll put the flyer up front so we can take pictures.
Town
And
town
we just-
chambers.
and we just posted it on our social.
Cool.
Online.
Thank you. Lisa, for all your hard work. Appreciate it.
watch this online?
Pardon me?
You can put this on your billboard.
No, this one will not be on.
Oh,
That's what I need. Thank you.
okay, we can unpause now. Thanks for letting her say that, Christopher.
My pleasure.
Any other questions? Because I know it's 1 o'clock and I want to be respectful of Chris's time, your time. Any other questions? Also, you'll leave your phone number or your email or maybe your boss's email. Just
we
your
got plans.
phone number.
Yeah.
So I think for questions, probably need to contact you more in depth, right?
Okay. My phone number is 575-751-2033.
Thank you, Chris, for the presentation.
You're welcome. Thank you. It was very short.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yay. And if you're not hungry, you can go eat something. There's more food. If you are hungry, there's more food. Yeah, so
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thanks to the chamber for giving
thanks
us
for
a hi.
the partnership with the town.
You bet.
Anything else?
Either right now, probably just email me or call me with something. So,
Well, thank you everyone for coming.
thank you.
Go get something to eat and take something to go. I don't, do you know when the next one is, the date or next conference?
Ross Griego is on the 14th or 15th of May, and that's entirely in Spanish.
Okay, so just look at Taos social media. Okay, thanks, bye.
Thanks, Lindsay. Thank you.
Yeah, that seems to be where.